My name is Carson Williams. I am currently a philosophy student at Louisiana State University in their master's program. I did my undergrad at Florida Atlantic University, where I got a BFA in studio art with a concentration in sculpture, um, and a Bachelor of Arts in philosophy. So a lot of what I do is kind of trying to combine or find the through line between philosophy and art. I guess since I was a kid, I've always been interested in creative pursuits, whether it was writing or acting or visual arts. But it wasn't until I got to college and kind of found my footing in an academic setting to be able to create and do research at the same time, is really when my current body of work and my current artistic practice really found its footing, I'd say.
What do you draw from for inspiration? Is it a person, a place, an experience?
Um, so I guess in my studio practice right now, a lot of what I draw on is the research I'm doing in philosophy. And so a lot of what I'm interested in right now is kind of talking about the difference between reality and perception and how reality translates into our perception of it. And then, what bits of reality are lost in that translation. That's the kind of stuff I'm interested in representing. So a lot of the reading I've done recently in relating to that is, a lot of like speculative realism stuff from the early 2000s, like Graham Harman and Quentin Meillassoux. Um, and then I've also been looking at like Suzanne Langer on symbolism and art. So yeah, a lot of my inspiration comes from just reading and writing about the ideas, and then trying to translate that into a visual medium is kind of the heart of my studio practice.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you've been working on while you're here at Azule?
Yeah, so here at Azul, I've been working mostly on a mold making project, where I used alginate to get a cast of my hand, and this is the first time I've worked with silicone. I would have done this in plaster to get this hand, but I've had issues with plaster kind of being crumbly and falling apart, especially with just like individual fingers when I've done hand casting before. So I used the silicone for the first time, and this cast came out really well. And the reason I made this is so that I can cast it in aluminum. So I've been building this set of flasks. This is one half of it. And so the idea is to fill this with sand and then have this silicone hand be the pattern to make the negative space in this vat of sand. There will be another flask here. And so then I can just pull it apart, take this out, and have the negative of the hand so that I can cast that in aluminum tomorrow at the foundry at Western North Carolina Sculpture Park. Um, and then once I have a metal cast of my hand, I will include that in some sort of installation where the hand and another object will be in conversation, through like fiber and yarn kind of connecting between them, showing like the connection between two objects through a sensual or perceptual realm, despite them being concrete, real objects. Um, yeah, so I mean, that's the idea. I've mostly been working on this. I've also just been doing a lot of reading and writing, and Azul has been a really amazing place to kind of do that, like inward exploration into what I'm inspired by and what it is that I'm trying to represent. So, yeah.
Great, thank you.
Mhm.